This video shows you how to use this AI. For just a few bucks, you can connect to DeepSeek, then link up with a free AI framework to create a front-end page using human language. That way, the AI agents can really get going. We just need to send a picture or some text, and it can help us generate front-end code based on our ideas. Of course, it doesn't have to be front-end code. That's one of the cool features. For folks like us working on Web3 crypto, dApp projects, or automated trading scripts, having a visual interface would be a huge help. In the past, we might have looked for front-end developers on some shopping sites or outsourcing platforms. In this video, I'm going to share everything you need to know about creating a really beautiful interface, even if you don't know any code at all. Even for apps, let's talk about how to install this. We go to GitHub to this link, and all the code is in this repository. They probably updated it last week, and there are still people maintaining it. Every time they do maintenance, they write the details here. It's a pretty straightforward installation. Just download the project, give it any name, put it in there, and then unzip it. You can skip using it afterwards. All we need to do is copy and paste these 3 lines of commands, and we can run the whole project. Just go to the terminal in its root directory and paste it there. There's a permissions issue here. We'll install it with admin rights. Just enter a password. If you're using Windows, it should be right-click. Then let's run it with admin privileges. All right, it shows that it's already installed since I've set it up before. Now let's go ahead and run that npm install command. What about the rest? So it's just about installing all the necessary dependencies, and right now we're in the process of installing one of them. Okay, it's done now. There was a network error earlier, but just reinstalling fixed it. Next, you run this command. Once that's done, you'll get a local link and the port is 5173. Then it'll tell you, hey, you don't have this API key, including ones for OpenAI, Grok 3, Google, and so on. We haven't added any of the API keys yet, so now we need to add them. Let's open that file and directory with an editor, and we can see there's a template for the end file here. All right, so we just copy and paste this file, then rename it to .env.local, and after that, we'll add these API keys in. Just go ahead with that. If you have an OpenAI account, you can add this one. And if you have a DeepSeek API key, you can add that here too. You don't need to change the best URL. So unless you're using something like this big language model with a fully API-based service provider that has various API models, this platform isn't paying me either. There are a bunch of similar platforms out there, but I'm cool with just sticking to this one. When AI first came out, I started using this platform and just never switched. So all the AI models here are available, and they provide a way for you to just copy and paste what ZYL gives you. After that, you can apply for this app and get an API key. Then you can come to this page and find something called the OpenAI-like API key, which is the private key we just showed you. Also, grab the OpenAI-like best URL, paste it here, and you're good to go. Just remember to save it in .env.local, the local env file. After you save it, just run npm run dev again and it should be good to go. Since I've already got it running somewhere else, I'm just going to close this window. The thing is, that window is where it's running. At the beginning, you couldn't find the OpenAI stuff here. So we need to find this providers in the gear on the left. There's an OpenAI option. Just click on it and you'll be good to go. I've already set up this API node. Just add it to that local env from before, and it recognizes it automatically. So now we can see this OpenAI stuff, and it has all kinds of large language models in there. Feel free to use any of them, like the classic ones such as GPT-4o, and also DeepSeek Chat. You can use DeepSeek R1 and V3 too, and don't forget about xAI's Grok 3. You can use whatever you like, but personally, I still think the cheapest option is DeepSeek. Unless DeepSeek doesn't work for you. If the results aren't great, we'll switch it out. Otherwise, let's just go with DeepSeek. All right, I'm sticking with this AI framework. Let's create a control panel for an on-chain trading bot and see how it's done. At the start, I'd recommend using a solid AI model with good performance. It's not that DeepSeek is bad or anything, but I've actually tested it, and Grok 3 performs a bit better. Of course, it's possible that DeepSeek's R1 or V3 might be a little better in some cases, but I've never tried it before. We need to clarify here what kind of front-end framework we're using for this front-end page or control panel. You can use React, Vue, or whatever else you like. I'm more familiar with Vue, so let's tell the AI to use that. I need a control panel for an on-chain robot using the Vue framework. The entire page should be responsive in width and height, and it should display in full screen. Basically, the page will be divided into left and right modules. On the left, there's the logo, and could you just find a random logo to swap it out? Below that logo, there are two options, Robot and Settings, and on the right side, the first part is about the robot and the settings page for the router. By default, it opens on the robot page, which shows a list of the robots that are currently running. So this is our control panel. You can control multiple robots online at the same time. This page should have a button to create a robot, right? Let's just write this much for now. We haven't really explained to the AI what we want for the content on the page that pops up after creating the body button, and also what should be included in the robot list. Let's first check out what it's generating, and then we can make some adjustments. So just hang on for a moment while it's running. Then we can see that he's using Vue for this project. Over here, we've got some green numbers, which indicate the lines of code he's updated, and there are also some red ones. So he deleted some lines he didn't want, and he's editing it here. Just take a look at him. On the left side, you can see the stuff he's running. After he finishes this project, we can see what he's done. He actually wanted to run this app, so he executed the command, but an error popped up. That's why we clicked that button. Ask the AI what mistake it made, and let it figure out the problem on its own. Just wait a moment. All right, it found out that it hasn't installed those dependencies, so he reinstalled the dependencies, ran the npm install to get everything set up, and then he started it up again. And now we see there's a demo page here. They've already made the whole control panel, but doesn't it look a bit ugly? Let me copy and paste this address and take a look. Yeah, it doesn't seem very appealing, right? Oh, no worries, we can explain it to him again. So I'll switch to using DeepSeek, right? I've found that using AI to write this kind of code feels a bit like unboxing a mystery box. So I'll just mention to him here that this page needs to be displayed in full screen. Look at the edges, there's that white border, right? You can clarify that with him. I don't want those white borders. I need it to have adjustable width and height, and the black background you used is making it hard to read the text. Use white or light colors, like shades of gray, for the whole app theme. Just tell him that, and you can also get it to output in Chinese, as long as you explain it here. This one definitely looks a lot better, right? Plus, there's an option to create a new bot right here. So basically, this page looks pretty good, and over here, there's an option to create a bot, but there's no delete option for the bot creation, the stop button. So we still need to work on whether it's starting up, those statuses, and also if it's paused. Stop deleting and all that. Also, if I click on any of these items in the list, I need to be taken to that bot to check out its detailed running status, including some info about the trading logs. Also, the title of this table is in black, and we need to change it to a lighter color. Otherwise, we can't see the text clearly here, right? Can you change the black background in this table to gray? Otherwise, the text is really hard to read. So let's add some extra info and features to this robot list, like how much profit each robot is making and whether it's currently active. Also, let's include some action buttons for them, like pause, stop, and delete. Let's see how it would change it. All right, the code is being input now. He writes pretty fast, to be honest. As for the front end, it's really a mess right now. All right, once this is fixed, let's see if there's any update on it. So it's a run and stop thing, right? We're in the process of starting up and stopping. And of course, we probably have some other states here too. Like, if the error stopped, I need to know if I manually clicked to stop it or if the error made it stop, stuff like that. Also, there's the portfolio, which is about the profits. Then there's the action. Should we pause it or start it up? And finally, should we delete it? Hey, check it out. If you click delete, it actually disappears. That's how it works. This AI is just amazing, seriously. All right, that's it for the intro to our robots control page. If you guys are interested or want to work on these projects, just follow the method I'm about to show you now. Just use everyday language to describe to the AI what kind of product you're looking for. If there are any mistakes, just point them out. Once you're done talking, if you want to save this project, just click on the download button in the code to download the file. We also need to save and download all of our chat history here, because if this page goes away, we'll lose everything. You didn't save anything, so everything's gone. If you all are interested, make sure to follow our channel and feel free to join our community. Let's all just have a chat.
For a structured learning path in developing Web3 projects on Solana and other EVM chains, make sure to follow our channel for more tech insights. If you'd like to join our bootcamp, head over to my Patreon. With a free subscription, you'll receive a Web3 project development learning blueprint, outlining the essential skills to quickly build your own dApp. See you there.